English edition of Dalsan TV, Somalia's premier TV station. My name is Abdulrazak Ali and we have a lot lined up for you on this day of 29th April 2023. But first, let's have a look at some of our top stories. 4 people killed following heavy rains in Mogadishu. Kenya police pledges to help Somalia fight Al-Shabaab militant group. Iran Governor Ali Jaite discusses Al-Shabaab offensive with US ambassador. News: Mogadishu was hit by a heavy downpour on Friday afternoon, which resulted in the flooding of many roads in the capital and took the lives of 4 people. The floods caused significant traffic disruptions and made several roads impassable.
Mogadishu was hit hard by a heavy downpour on Friday afternoon, resulting in the flooding of many roads in the city and took the lives of 4 people. The floods caused significant traffic disruptions and made several roads impassable, as the government is taking urgent measures to address the effects of heavy rainfall that occurred in most districts of Mogadishu. Last night, high-ranking officials, including the governor of Banaadir region and the mayor of Mogadishu, Yusuf Hussein Jim'ale Madale, visited the areas that were severely impacted by the flooding. The witness said they witnessed firsthand the destruction caused by the heavy rains and pledged to take immediate action to support those affected. The governor of Banaadir region has announced that they are implementing comprehensive response plan, including providing emergency relief to the affected communities and repairing damaged infrastructure. He emphasized the importance of collaboration between various government agencies, humanitarian organizations, local communities to ensure that the response is effective and timely. The heavy rains have caused significant disruption in Mogadishu, with many residents forced to flee their homes due to flooding. The authorities are urging people to take precautions and stay safe during the challenging time. They have also called on residents to report on any incidents of flooding or damage to infrastructure to the relevant authorities. In the face of this crisis, the government and other stakeholders are working tirelessly to mitigate the impact of the heavy rainfall and support those affected. Their efforts are a testament to the resilience and determination of the people of Mogadishu to overcome adversity and rebuild their communities.
Attending the ATMIS summit for tube contributing countries in Kampala, Kenya President William Ruto vowed his country's support to the Somali government's counter-terrorism efforts against Al-Shabaab. Ruto urged his fellow leaders to increase cooperation by way of timely and effective sharing of critical intelligence to eliminate the menace of cross-border terrorism.
Attending the ATMIS summit for troop-contributing countries in Kampala, Kenya President William Ruto forwarded his country's support to the Somali government's counter-terrorism efforts against Al-Shabaab. The head of state also urged his fellow leaders to increase cooperation by way of timely and effective sharing of critical intelligence to eliminate the menace of cross-border terrorism. President Ruto stated unequivocally that the tendency towards terrorism in the Horn of Africa must be eradicated, and that they celebrate the progress made in transforming Somalia into a stable, secure and prosperous nation. He emphasized that the accessible, predictable financial support will be imperative to keeping country's force functional in Somalia. The Kenyan president further noted that the peaceful Somalia would pave the way for increased trade between Kenya and Somalia. In attendance with the president at the summit were President Yoweri Museveni of Uganda, President Hassan Mahmoud of Somalia, President Ismail Omar Gele of Djibouti, President Evariste Ndayishimiye of Burundi, and Ethiopian Deputy Prime Minister Dimeki Mokanen.
The US ambassador to Somalia, Larry Andre, conducted a video conference with Iran Governor Ali Jaite and other influential leaders of the region to convey the US support for the current anti-Al-Shabaab mission in Hirshabelle. The renewed offensive is being strengthened by the Mawisley, a group of indigenous armed forces who have taken up arms against the extremist organization in Iran.
The US ambassador to Somalia, Larry Andre, conducted a video conference with Iran Governor Ali Jaite and other influential leaders of the region to convey the US's support for the current anti-Al-Shabaab mission in Hirshabelle. The renewed offensive is being strengthened by the Mawisley, a group of indigenous armed forces who have taken up arms against the extremist organization in Iran. During the conference, the governor appreciated the US's assistance which included provisions of weapons, ammunition, and air support. Larry Andre also used this opportunity to speak out against the recent spate of violent clashes that had taken place in Hiran between two rival militia groups. Regrettably, the fighting had reportedly led to the loss of 5 militia personnel and 10 others in the Afar Irdor district. The ambassador called out the instigators of the unrest, stating that they were trying to undermine the war against Al-Shabaab. Governor Ali Jaita has been spearheading the drive against the group in the Hiran zone ever since President Hassan Sheikh announced an all-out war to root out the outfit. Thanks to local militia efforts, several significant towns and villages have been liberated from the clutches of Al-Shabaab. Earlier this year, President Hassan Sheikh Mahmoud launched the second phase of the military operation to oust the group from the remaining parts of the country. Al-Shabaab, linked to Al-Qaeda, has been battling against the ruling Somali administration and African Union troops since 2007. Despite having lost some key territories, the group still controls a vast area of central and southern Somalia and has routinely demonstrated its capability to expand its operations beyond the country's borders. The African Union mission in Somalia, AMISOM, has been leading the charge against Al-Shabaab for over a decade, but outcomes have been mixed. The group's strength remains ambiguous, although certain UN reports have suggested that the organization has about 12,000 fighters. US support has been instrumental in the Somali National Army's anti-Al-Shabaab initiative since President Mahmoud announced the all-out war against the group last year. In January, the US contributed $9 million in weaponry, medical supplies, vehicles, and other supplies for the Somali National Army to execute the mission in Galmudug and Hirshabelle. In March, the country made a second delivery, amounting to 61 tons of weapons and ammunition to be used by the SNA's Danab Advanced Infantry Brigade.
The federal government of Somalia's health minister has called on medical practitioners to provide affordable, efficient services to the Somali populace over a meeting in New Delhi. The meeting, which was attended by the Somali ambassador to India, Ahmed Ali Dahir, and the Secretary General of the West Asia, North and East Africa in charge of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of India.
The federal government of Somalia's Health and Social Welfare Minister, Ali Haji Aden, called on medical practitioners to provide affordable, efficient services to the Somali populace over a meeting in New Delhi. During the meeting, which was attended by the Somali ambassador to India, Ahmed Ali Dahir, and the Secretary General of West Asia, North and East Africa in charge of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of India, Dr. Pradeep Rajpurohit, the minister emphasized Somalia's commitment to collaborate with India in the medical field to provide the people of Somalia with quality healthcare services. Dr. Rajpurohit announced that the Indian government will facilitate travel visas for Somali people in need of urgent specialized medical treatment to travel to India.
So we have historical relationship. Recent years, a large number of Somali citizens come India for medical tourism, and India become the first destination of our patients. So there was a lot of challenges facing our citizens that wanted to come India for medical care, including the visa restrictions and lack of embassy of India in Mogadishu. Our people go to Nairobi, Kenya, and Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, to seek visa. So we discussed it with the minister to reach our message to the Minister of Foreign Affairs to facilitate the visa issue and urge them to open officially their embassy in Mogadishu. Also, we discussed it with him the obstacles facing our patients in India, like high costs.
The Indian government will also donate medicines and medical equipment to Somalia to aid those affected by the insurgency of Al-Shabaab militants. The two parties visited Apollo Hospital in New Delhi to better understand ways to enhance Somalia's medical infrastructure, enabling them to provide superior healthcare services to their population. The meetings between the officials highlight the resolve of the Somali government to develop and enhance their healthcare system. By partnering with India, they hope to pave the way for efficient, cost-effective and high-quality health facilities that will serve the interests of the people of Somalia. For Dalsan TV News, I'm Ahmed Abdirshid.
Thank you so much for watching Dalsan TV. My name is Abdulrazak Ali. Have a lovely evening.